have a lot of law enforcement here still. We've been here for quite some time now. Earlier, we had Texas Rangers who are still here, the Hawkins Police Department, and a lot of Wood County Sheriff's officers. Across the street here from this mechanic shop where I am right now is where this happened. You can see they're actually, as we're talking right now, taking down this crime scene strip. So that's how long we've been here for. And all we know is that there is an active homicide investigation that the Texas Rangers are helping the Hawkins Police Department with. We do know that one person has been deceased as of today. We don't know how they deceased right now, but we are expecting the department to give us some more information later today in the form of a press release. We don't have any on-camera information right now. We did talk to one witness who says they saw what happened this morning. He tells us that it was a shooting and there was some kind of argument in a front yard, and he described it as an execution. You're going to hear from him in our 6 o'clock newscast tonight what he saw standing just 30 yards across the street from this argument that turned into something that is now deadly. One other thing that should be noted is the Hawkins Police Department. They asked for Texas Ranger help in this investigation, partly because they don't have the manpower to help with a homicide investigation. The lone police officer, and the key word there is lone police officer Eric Tuma told us that he called in the Texas Rangers to help with this investigation because, if you don't know, he is the only police officer in this department right now. A couple weeks ago, I believe it might have been over a month ago now, the Hawkins City Council fired the rest of the officers after they learned they weren't hired properly. So that's something to keep in mind during this investigation. And unfortunately now, the town is dealing with a tragedy and they're having to call in additional help. You know, they probably would have had to call in additional help due to something of this magnitude, but it's interesting to see that now we actually have a ranger coming back around now and taking off that final crime scene strip. So again, we're expecting to get more information on, well, we don't have a lot of information on right now. So Leo, I'll throw it back to you guys.
Right. Well, that is truly shocking. When you said that the person that you talked to described the shooting as an execution, did they explain or elaborate on why they used that specific description?
Yeah, so we talked to a mechanic shop worker who was probably right here, as you can see. He was standing about 30 yards across the street, I would say, guesstimating that number. And he said there was some kind of an argument, and you're going to hear the soundbite in our 5 and 6 o'clock newscast today. There was some kind of an argument, and there were a couple of shots fired, and then this person who had been already shot was shot again by the person who is now, he tells us, is in custody. We don't have any information from law enforcement on whether somebody has been arrested. We are told, however, there is no threat to the public at this time, so those things kind of coincide with each other. We don't have an official word on whether somebody has been arrested, but we have an eyewitness telling us that he saw somebody get taken into custody.
All right, and I imagine you don't at this moment have any clue when we'll learn any information official from officers.
No, but we are told in the next couple of hours we are expected to learn more information on this.
All right. Well, thank you, JD, for reporting on that tragic story out of Hawkins. We will definitely keep in touch, and we'll see what we learn in the coming hours from this investigation. JD, thank you.
Absolutely.